Good morning. It is Friday. Take Back Friday. You're tuned in to the pre-market Pulsescan report with yours truly, Dex, the algo capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the infamous PulseWave trading system and the six pack, where you can get started trading with us for as low as $69 a month. That will gain you access to multiple markets. And yes, we do mean multiple markets. We trade everything from cryptocurrencies to forex to equities to futures, options, you name it. If it can be traded, we're in there banging it out each and every day with traders like yourself from all over the world. So it's Take Back Friday. A lot has gone on and happened this week in a big way. We're still not quite out of the woods yet. We still got more to go. They're pretty much guaranteeing us that this, the final finishing touches on this bailout bill will pass, but they've been caught lying before. Need I remind you of 2008 when Bernie Sanders came out and said it's a done deal? He stepped outside, I think it was the Capitol, on the steps of the Capitol, and told the reporters that were there, it's a done deal. And then, like, not even 10 minutes later, news broke that it was not a done deal. And that caused the market to just drop like a stone off of a cliff. So, yeah, I don't trust and believe anything they say out of their mouths. And they did that to themselves. If they weren't so dishonest, if they weren't so suspect in their behavior, then it'd be easier for the American people to say, you know what, hey, I trust my senator. Hey, I trust my congressman, But they've ruined all of that. Over the years, they have ruined the trust of the American people. We know that they are bought and paid for by large corporations and other questionable entities. So we do not take what they say. We only take it with a grain of salt. And they did that to themselves. They don't have anyone to blame for that but themselves. That's why I say, when the time comes, vote out the incumbents, and I think we'll be just fine, especially if you vote out every Democrat and every Republican. Just vote them out. Don't let one of them in there. Let them all be, from a third party or something. I'm tired of just seeing a two-party system. Who says we can only have two parties? Who said that? Where's that written anywhere that only two parties can be elected? That's not giving the people choice. That's the illusion of choice. A two-party system is the illusion of choice. There should be way more parties than that, because then that would be a true representation of the people. Because technically speaking, the two-party system we have now is really one party. In front of the cameras, they appear to be arguing and bickering. But off camera, behind closed doors, they're agreeing with each other 100%. That's just what it is, folks. So anyway, I digress. Let's get into the news on this Take Back Friday. The situation is about to get worse. Stocks slide as surging U.S. unemployment and coronavirus cases stifle stimulus hopes. If recovery is not as swift as hoped for, equity markets will suffer another hit. I think that's just a way to say that it's Take Back Friday. Expect some profit taking, people taking money off the table from the rally that we had this week. And that's true whether it's a coronavirus situation or not. That's the nature of the ebb and flow in markets. Will we test the lows? I think there's a high degree possibility of that until we get out of a bear market. We're still in a bear market. I heard someone say the other day, oh, the Dow just got out of bear market territory. Where in the world did you see that? Show me what chart you're looking at, because that is not the case. I don't know what they're talking about. You mean it's out of a bear market on a 1 minute chart? A tick chart? Tick and trend from back in the day. That what you talking about? We ain't talking about tick charts and 1 minute charts and 5 minute charts. Because I'm sure those were bullish as heck yesterday. We're not talking about those. We're talking about weekly and daily charts. That's what we're talking about. The Dow is very much in a bear market on the weekly charts and the daily charts, especially the algo charts. So I don't know what possessed them to come out and say that, but they said it. Billionaire investor Bill Ackman denies sounding the coronavirus alarm to tank markets and help his hedges. One hedge had already paid off, he says. All right, let me explain to you guys what that's really about. All right, there's an old school phrase on Wall Street. Whenever a hedge fund manager or any type of a fund operator is being interviewed, they call it talking your book. So of course you're going to talk your book. And what that means is, let's say I'm long Krispy Kreme donuts, and the stock is in a nice uptrend. It's been breaking out. When you interview me, I'm going to talk about Krispy Kreme donuts and how delicious they are and how addictive they are. I may even bring one with me to the interview so you can see me eating the donut during the interview. Why am I doing this? Why am I talking about Krispy Kreme? Because I'm talking my book. I'm long Krispy Kreme. And wouldn't it be great if the 2 million listeners on the particular business program go in and buy some Krispy Kreme too to help out my long position? It's called talking your book. Vice versa. If I'm shorting the market and the market is falling apart and I have heavy shorts in the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ spread out over the stock indexes, of course, I'm going to come out on that interview sounding like a grizzly bear. All right. That's how I'm going to be bearish. I'm going to be talking about the end of the world. I'm going to be talking about eschatology. I'm going to be talking about everything. All right. Straight up. I'm going to be talking about everything. I'm going to say how terrible the disease is. I'm not going to call it a pandemic. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, man, this is really the Black Death. I've done some research, and this is the Black Death. This is what they dealt with back in the 1300s and scare people to death. Why would I do that? Even if I know it's not the truth, because I'm short the market. And if I can spur some more panic selling, I get richer. That's called talking your book. So that's what this dude is doing. All right. He is talking his book. I don't care what excuse he gives. He's talking his book. He's already come out that he was short the market. So anything he says after that is bearish, you know he's talking his book. Straight up. All right. So don't fall victim to that. All right. That's what they do. And on the flip side of that, there's front running. Someone will buy something and talk about, how good it is, so you can get in there after they've already got in lower than you did. And then, they want to bid it up some more, so they'll talk really good about it. They front run. They get into a market way before you do, and they get out of the market way before you do. That's front running, and that's illegal. Can't do that either. All right. So just a little bit of knowledge for you guys, for those that are not in the know. That's what we do. All right, let me take this time to say good morning to everybody that's here in the live stream. Rob, that's a beautiful sentiment. I appreciate that. He says Dex is one of the best traders in the game, if not the very best. Quants, algos got nothing on us with this system. Thank you very much. Now that's a member. I didn't pay them to say that. They're talking, saying how they feel. System's been killing it this week, like for real, for real. Only way you would know this is if you came on over and took a look yourself. That's why we set it up so that you can open a free account with us. Cost you no money, no credit card required, nothing. Open up a free account. Take a look at the free trade that we do. We do a weekly free trade. All right, so that you can see for yourself how good the system is. We also throw some freebies in there for you. And then we make it very irresistible by lowering the barrier of entry. For $69, you can get in with us and trade multiple markets. and have a crack at it. All right. We go beyond kicking the tires. We say get in there and test drive the thing, So at any rate, moving right on. Hey, good morning, Rob and Look and Paul, Spoon, Frank's in the house. What up, peoples? All right. Yeah, the free trade is a ridiculous deal, isn't it? It has to stop. I agree. All right. Toyota seeks $9.2 billion credit line from, what was that? Sumitomo Mitsu, MUFG Bank. The Japanese auto giant wants cash to help cover higher fundraising costs due to the coronavirus pandemic, Reuters reported. All right. Citing the Kyoto News. Brazil headed for whatever it takes QE as coronavirus crash looms. We're going to do it. There's no other way, one economist said. Well, I mean, technically, yeah, you're getting your arm twisted out of socket. You don't have a choice. You're being told this is what it's going to do. This is the way it's going to be. This is what you're doing. And you're right. You're not being given a choice in the matter. You're being told this is what it's going to take. This is what we need for you to do. And that's whether you like it or not. That's basically what they're saying. Whether you like it or not, you are going to do this. All right. If we have to break your arm in the process, you will do this. That's where you're going. I mean, it is what it is. All right. Next on the situation here, we got, excuse me. All right. Brazil headed for whatever it takes. Tesla will slash on-site staff at Nevada factory by 75% due to virus. Ouch. Ow, ow. Man, that's painful. They're going to lay off 75% of their staff at the Nevada factory. That's like everybody. Oh my goodness. The electronic car maker told country officials about the cuts at the facility, which makes electric motors and battery packs for the Model 3. But I thought he was doing ventilators too. Is he doing that out of the goodness of his heart and giving it to the government for free? Or is he in a contract with the government? See, those are some questions that need to be answered, because why you laying off your folks if you just went into business with the government and now you're contracted to build these ventilators for them? And aren't you going to make bank off that? And don't you need people to do that? Won't that cover your costs so you can keep these people employed and put some money in their pocket? Or is he just saying, you know what, I can make more money? As a matter of fact, we can come out breaking even like this thing never happened to us if I lay these people off. I told you, Wall Street loves layoffs. They adore it. They live for it. They need it. They want it in their lives. They gotta have it. That's what it's about, folks. All right, Olympics delay deal setback to Samsung's plan to win over Japan market. The South Korean tech titan planned to promise its new S20 smartphone and 5G capabilities during the competition. So basically, your Olympics have been canceled. Everything's been canceled. Billionaire Jeff Bezos says he spoke directly to WHO and hinted Amazon might deliver COVID-19 test kits globally. Bezos said the e-commerce titan is already providing IT support and AI to help with epidemic mapping tools. Okay, well, hold on. See, epidemic mapping, whatever. Again, they're trying to build out that device, that tracking device. And you better believe when the COVID is over, that device will not just all of a sudden be obsolete, or they're going to use them devices on you. Now, here's something else that needs to be talked about. All right, so Amazon, who is considered a tech mammoth giant, is going to be providing stuff to the governing bodies. But then you got reports of places like Facebook and Comcast saying that, basically they're going to cut back service as far as streaming services anyway. That's really what it's going after, streaming services. Same thing with YouTube. There have been notices going up everywhere about they're basically saying, forgive us, our platforms are being overwhelmed because of the COVID-19, because everybody's trapped indoors and everyone wants to stream at the same time, and we can't handle it. Again, excuses. All right, there are reasons and then there are excuses. That's an excuse. Who sets out to plan a business to fail? I don't understand. Who sets out to do this? Why would you want to make it so that you fail? When you first built all these servers and built this service, you didn't envision in your head that, hey, I want to be able to have every American in the country to be able to have an account and use our services. Matter of fact, why don't we make sure that all 6 or 7 billion people on the planet can use our services at the same time? Go big or go home, right? It doesn't make sense to me that they would have to do that. I don't understand how you got a buffer service. That's just ridiculous. Why? Doesn't make any sense. But then Amazon is saying, hey, we're going to extend ourselves and we're going to provide these test kits. Once again, it just sounds a little fishy. All right, stocks are broadly down. In Europe, Germany's DAX fell 3%. Britain's FTSE 100 fell 4.8%. And the Euro Stocks 50 fell 3.6%. In Asia, China's Shanghai Composite rose 0.3%. Japan's Nikkei rose 3.9%. And Hong Kong's Hang Seng rose 0.6%. In the U.S., stock indexes are down between 2 and 2.4% respectively. There's a slew of Asian earnings out. Foxconn and Bank of China are two highlights. Key data is due. U.S. consumption figures will be closely watched. All right, so that is your overnight news. Notice how the European stocks were down sharply, but the Asian stocks were up. I find that rather interesting. Just remember, today's Take Back Friday, so you can't forget that. Let's look at the overnight markets right quick. All right, so first things first. You see the Dow right here is now down 736 points at 21,612. You see the NASDAQ 100 is down 198, make that 200 points now. It's 76.43. And the S&P 500 is down 84 3/4 points at 25.23 1/4. Russell is down 44 points at 1122.7. Bitcoin futures composite index is down only $20. It's $6,675. Nat gas down 2 cents at 166. Crude oil is down 97 cents at $21.62, trading right near the lows of the session. The long bond is up 1 and 11/30, so 1 full point in 11/30 at 179.14. Gold futures are down $12.90 at $1,647.60 an ounce. Silver off 14 cents at $14.53 an ounce. US dollar is strengthening. It's up 41 pips now at 99.76, flirting with that going par again. All right, the euro yen is off 158 pips at 119.29. The euro is off 76 pips at 110.04. Pound sterling is up 81 pips at 122.49. Aussie is off 48 pips at 60.34. Going into food, we got the beans up $2.75 at 8.83. Corn is up down 1 3/4 points at 3.47. All right. For those of you that do not have the price trigger reports, you have no idea where the 2-bar Charlie setups are as far as where the trend bias is in the market. I suggest you come on over to PulseWaveTrading.com and get that, because our members already have it delivered to them right in their hand before the markets even open. And that's how we roll. All right, so those 2-bar Charlie reports are worth their weight in gold. You're going to definitely want to get on those. Now, so far for the pre-market here, there is only one 2-bar Charlie setup, and that's in corn futures. All right. Everything else is kind of quiet, really, in the grand scheme of things. You figure the market was up strong yesterday, and we've now pulled back a little bit. You can really call this a 50% retracement. I would not think that this will be too bad going into the open on your stock indexes. All right, so just FYI on that one. I don't think that that is a real issue, not when the Dow has had 3,000 point days, so Now I will say this, it did kind of look like it was going to break out right on the open, and then it had the sharp reversal. So take that for what it is worth. That's just what I'm seeing right now. And so you guys would do well to take note of that. Other than that, man, that's it. That's all we really got. We don't have much else going on today. It's Take Back Friday. Hold on. Let me see something. All right, Zora has a very interesting point here. The euro, the pound, the dollar, all going to parity, thus making way for a new e-currency. Then debt jubilee and introduction to a universal basic income. One we'll all have to accept. That's been my theory all along. I agree with you 100%. Before you can't put new wine into old wine skins, right? So you have to do what you got to do. All right, you got to do what you got to do. Let's see. All right, I want to remind you guys at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, we're going to be having a webinar. We're going to go over basics, but we'll also spend some time talking about the infamous momentum trigger. Dun dun dun. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into that. I think you guys are gonna find it pretty dope. You're gonna really like it because we got some things for you, some things we've been working on. All right. Let's see here. Is there anything else I need to tell you? I think that's it. Let me just double check something. Even though there's a plethora of news that comes out every day, I only talk about the things relevant to what we're doing here. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I don't know why people are calling this the shortest bear market. It's only just begun and still in a bear market. What are they talking about? Hilarious. All right, that's all I got for now, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna let y'all go. I did tell you that I held over some positions from yesterday. I have the long gold position, and that is in GLD, ticker GLD, and I'm holding the long swan position, ticker SWAN, and I'm going to hold. I'm not going to get rid of those positions at all. I'm just watching the markets for any clues to see if anything is going to really jump off. I think if the market is going to roll, I think gold is going to go up regardless of what the market does. They can't use the excuse of margin calls anymore. All right, there's the opening. There's the opening bell. The webinar link is above. All right, Frank just posted that here in the chat. Okay, so it is here in the chat. Let's see what else. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Just be careful out there today, folks. I still may go home with a short position in my pocket. I don't know yet. I'm going to watch and see how the day goes. But I might want to just buy a lottery ticket. That's what I call it. Where you go in and you take a small position in like an inverse ETF or something. And that's really all you're doing. Just in case there's pandemonium over the weekend, you wake up on Monday morning with a little bit of change in your pocket. It's just a little fun thing that I do from time to time. I don't always do it, but from time to time I do. I'll let you guys know if I do. Right now, it's not looking like I'm going to, but you never know. All right, with that being said, I will see you guys over at PulseWaveTrading.com. Register for the webinar. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to disclose a lot of stuff, all right? And with that being said, you remember Fridays, I don't do end of day reports. So I will see you all back here, Lord willing, possibly Sunday evening, Sunday afternoons, Sunday evening. We'll do a weekly pre-market post scan, whatever. All right, we'll see. And if not, I'll see you guys back here Monday morning for pre-market post scan. The rest of you I will see in the trading room. That's another good thing about PulseWave Trading. Our trading room is never closed because we have traders from all over the world. We have multiple time zones. And because cryptocurrencies trade every day of the calendar, no days off. Even though we don't initiate new trades on the weekend in cryptos, people are still in cryptos. And so the live trader chat is there and it's always open. There's always someone there or what have you. I'm not, though. On the weekends, I chill with family. But if there's anything important, I do check it from time to time to see what's going on. Anything important, people know how to get a hold of me. We do have moderators in there and everything. So if there's like an emergency, I can be reached. All right, Frank can be reached. I can be reached. And our moderator is there too. All right, with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back, and have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend, and be safe out there, people. Peace.